How is it going, Toons of the World? It is your pal Megastoop bringing you another Toontown video. And in today's video, I thought I would give you an overview of the sound gag track. Hopefully that sounds good to you. Okay, enough with the bad puns. Here we go. Now first off, how do you get the sound gag track? You get it by doing gag training. You get to choose between training for either sound or tune-up when in Toontown Central, and if not chosen there, you get the chance to choose it again in Minnie's Melodyland. If once again you do not choose it, you have one final opportunity to choose it in the Burg. Now sound is a gag that almost every single toon will have eventually, and the reason for this is because of how powerful it is. Some people will say that sound is overpowered. However, I feel this is ignorant to say just because of one reason. Sound is a group gag. If you try to use sound alone, it is not very powerful and it only works well if everybody has it. So if you are in a group of 4 toons and one of them does not have sound, it handicaps the other 3 toons from using sound because all 4 toons need to have sound in order for sound to work at its maximum ability. So to anyone out there who thinks sound is overpowered, perhaps. If anything, it's easy. But remember, by not choosing sound, you're not doing anything for yourself, you're only handicapping others. But let's talk about the actual sound gags themselves and discuss kind of what they do. Now sound is known as a gag to attack all cogs but do little damage. Relatively, the level of sound gag, up to 5, will do about half of the health of that level of cog. The elephant trunk, a level 5 sound gag, does 21 damage at the most, which is exactly half of a level 5 cog at 42 health. So generally, if you're by yourself, you're going to need to use 2 sounds in order to destroy 1 cog of the equal level. But what really makes sound a powerhouse gag is the combos you can do with it. Now I'm going to go over all the sound combos that you should know, and if you don't, write these down because you're going to need them. These are the combos for when you have 4 toons. When you are faced with level 10s, you use 1 fog and 3 trunks. When you're faced against 11, you use 2 fogs and 2 trunks. You can also substitute 1 or both of those trunks for awugas. And when you're faced against 12s, you use 3 fogs and 1 trunk. You can also substitute that 1 trunk for an awuga. Also note that an opera, a fog, and 2 trunks will also take out 12s. Now let's say one of your partners disconnects and you're stuck with 3 toons. Here are some 3 toon combos that will come in handy just in case you need them. For level 8 and 9 cogs, 2 trunks and a fog will take them all out. For level 10s, 2 fogs and a trunk. For level 11s, you're going to need 3 fogs, and for level 12s, you're going to need an opera and 2 fogs. These are just the general rules that most people should know, and something that I think everybody who has sound needs to learn eventually. That way, when you're in a tight spot, whether it's a boss battle, a mint, a DA office, or even one of the golf courses in Boss Fight HQ, you can hold your own and get yourself out of a tight corner. Though sometimes, which fog rule to use is more of a judgment call. Say there's 3 10s and 11, you may opt to only use 1 fog, keep the 11 alive, endure through the attack of it just to save fogs for later rounds. But what I'm going to show now is some charts of the minimum sound requirement to defeat each cog, depending on whether it's just 1 toon, 2 toons, 3 toons, and 4 toons. Know that you don't necessarily need to memorize all of those combinations, but know that as long as you use those gags or higher levels, you will defeat those level of cogs. Aside from the traditional rules, there's also something known as the 1 fog rule. Some people think this is a good idea, some consider it bogus. The 1 fog rule is, as it states, to only use 1 fog each round, regardless of what the level of cogs are. This is generally helpful when doing a CEO, and usually the place you will see this rule implemented, because of the fact that the cogs in the CEO are version 2.0 cogs, and because of the fact that most of them are around levels 9s and 10s. Since they are version 2.0 cogs, the battle tends to last a little bit longer, and it's handy to have more fogs in your pocket than not. But now I'm going to talk about the SOS toons for sound. All of these are found in the VP, and in my opinion, all of these are handy because sound is such a relied on gag. The first one being Barbara Seville, the 3-star sound, who does 40 health points to all cogs. The second one, Sitznada, 4-star sound, 50 health to all cogs. The 5-star sound, Mozart, who does 80 to all cogs. And then the last one, Melody Waivers, the restock sound gags, which will restock all your sound gags to your maximum hold capacity. The last thing I want to do is just to put out a couple notes so you know, just some fun things to learn. When the same type of sound gag is used, the subtraction above the cogs heads is combined. For instance, when 2 trunks are used, the subtraction amount above the cog's head will be 42 as opposed to 21. But when you use 2 separate sound gags, you can see that they're separated. It always starts with the lowest level gag working its way up. You will see the bicorn used, then the whistle, bugle, so on and so forth. You will see the independent values appear above each cog's head every single time they're hit by each of these sound gags. And also a little note is if all cogs are lured in the battle, sound will not miss. Of course it won't do any extra damage, but it's just nice to know that your sound won't miss. Sound is a high accuracy gag, but sometimes you just don't want to take the chance. But, however, if at least one of the cogs isn't lured while the rest are, then it still has a chance to miss. In order to assure 100% accuracy, all cogs must be lured. Also know that the same principle applies to SOS sound cards as they do any other SOS gag. As long as you have that gag, in this case sound, the SOS card will not miss. As long as you have the soundtrack, you can know deep in your heart that your Mozart will not miss. Which can be funny sometimes because if you use a Mozart in combination with other people who are using sound, their sound can still miss, even though your Mozart will hit. It's just funny to see every once in a while and not necessarily something that's important. As another side note, know that 2 bicorns will not take out a level 9 cog, or even a level 6 for that matter. But that is everything I have for you guys today. Hopefully you learned something new about sound. If not, then you guys are amazing and I salute you. But thank you guys for watching. My name is Mega Snoop, and I will catch you next time. Hope y'all enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to smash that like button. It helps me know that my work is appreciated. Leave a comment and subscribe if you're new. You can check out my live stream at twitch.tv/Megasnoop. Follow me on Twitter at MegasnoopTTR, and I hope y'all have a toontastic day.